What is going on, everybody? It is Cess bringing you guys another YouTube video, and all I'm going to be playing is, well, it's going to be two things. Either one, you guys are just going to be seeing some regular multiplayer gameplay from some Call of Duty game in case I get a copyright strike or copyright claim or whatever on the video, and if I don't, you guys are going to be seeing the reveal trailer for Call of Duty World War II multiplayer just on repeat, because I wanted to make a video just kind of expressing my views on what we've seen so far and pretty much what I think about the game overall from what we have seen. Now, of course, this game is set to release on November 3rd at the time of making this video. It's the 15th, 16th of June. And you guys know it's still plenty of time before the game does come out. We are going to be having a beta, I believe, that's going to be coming out for the game. I'm not too sure if I misheard, but I could definitely be wrong there. But what I'm trying to get at, from what we've seen, it is more than likely going to change for when the game comes out on release for November, because we all know Sledgehammer Games, for the most part, can make a really good game. The only reason that people dogged on Advanced Warfare a lot was because it was an advanced movement game, and a lot of people weren't too fond of it, but they were the first studio to go ahead and give it a shot. Now, you can't really blame them for trying to revolutionize the Call of Duty franchise overall. And to be honest, a lot of people would say that that is the best jetpack game, but I don't want to get into Advanced Warfare. I want to get into Call of Duty World War II. Sorry for sidetracking. So first of all, I want to go ahead and talk about the pace of the game. So everyone was worried about the fact that the pace of the game was going to slow down because it is not a boost game. Like in Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Infinite Warfare, the pace of the game seemed to be pretty fast overall. Definitely faster than any boots on the ground game we've had, such as Black Ops 2, Ghosts, whatever the case may be. Advanced Warfare is, in my opinion, the fastest Call of Duty I've ever played. Black Ops 3 feeling a little bit slower. Infinite Warfare feeling very similar to Black Ops 3. So that was the worry about the community. Is the pace of the game going to slow down? Because how can you go from a fast-paced game to a game that just slows down? People were really worried about that and how it's going to happen. And honestly, guys, from what I've seen, it looks to be pretty fast-paced for a boots-on-the-ground game. From what we were seeing, I know T. Martin, I know the exclusive Ace really emphasized on a certain part of the trailer that you bring up your gun pretty quickly and you aim into out of sprint pretty quickly overall as well. So I really don't think there's going to be much of an issue with it. And even at that, I really think that it's going to be something that the community is going to get very used to. It's like, it happens all the time. Like, for example, the G slide. It was removed out of Black Ops 3, but people had a problem with it, yet people got used to the G slide not being in Black Ops 3 anymore. A bunch of people got used to the YY slide in Black Ops 3. That was taken away. That's not a big deal anymore. People would use Synaptic in an Infinite Warfare, and of course they would use that ability to where you can, you know, recharge your thrusters faster and everything, and you could just be boosting and sliding around the map. And once that got banned out for competitive, people got used to it. That's what I'm trying to get at, is that people eventually are going to get used to it, and I really don't think it's going to be a problem. And for the most part, I think it looks pretty fast-paced overall. Another people are very concerned about is divisions. Now, I personally might see this as a problem, not really, because like I said, Sledgehammer is not afraid to go ahead and just twist things up when it comes to the Call of Duty franchise. As in Advanced Warfare, we saw the jetpacks. Now we are seeing divisions. Now, I don't know how exactly divisions work. I know it's like not necessarily like having to create a class. So it's like, I don't know the exact name of divisions, but it's like you have 5 divisions, 4 divisions, something like that. Each of them have, you know, there's subclass, like you got like the rifle class, you have the sniper class, the submachine gun class, and within each one of those classes you have a special ability. So for example, one of them could be, let's just say for example, dolphin diving. Another one could be where you add dragon's breath shells onto your shotguns. Another one could be adding a suppressor to your submachine gun and things like that. Now, I think this might be a little bit sensitive because people are going to want to use a certain gun with a certain skill. Hence the reason why we have, you know, create a class, so you don't have to run into that problem at all. So let's say for example, I want to use dexterity on an M8, but I can't do that because in order to run dexterity, I need to have, let's say, a man of war. Like, that sucks. Like, the perk or the ability, skill, whatever that I want to use is only restricted to that specific gun, and I can't use my favorite gun with my favorite ability. And it's like, I feel like if there is a way to kind of go away around that to where you can create or like customize your class a little bit or customize the division a little bit, you know, then it wouldn't be a problem. Then I really don't see it'll be an issue. But if you have a good combination of things overall, you know, for example, just a combination of those skills with all the ARs or all the submachine guns, whatever the case may be, or to where you can switch the rifle around or switch the weapon around, then I think overall we shouldn't see any problem. But like I said, this is still very iffy. We still don't know a whole lot about the divisions overall. And just, I don't know, man. We're just going to have to wait and see. Third thing I want to talk about is War. Now, the War game mode looks very, very fun. Like, I was seeing, like, so much footage from Drifter and T-Martin and all the guys that got sent out there, and just watching a lot of War footage, and it looks very interactive. It looks like it's going to be a very long game mode. It reminds me of Battlefield, but the thing with Battlefield that I didn't like is that it felt slower paced. It's more like a more patient kind of game. Like, you have to really think outside the box and take your time and, you know, have a really good shot at long range to be able to, you know, have good matches or to have fun. Me personally, to be able to play, you know, what's Operations in Battlefield 1 or Conquest in a lot of these, because you don't see a whole lot of fast-paced action, whereas in Call of Duty is more in your face. Maps are definitely not at the scale of Battlefield whatsoever, and you still are going to have this kind of game mode that Battlefield kind of revolutionized inside of Call of Duty, and I think that's something that the Call of Duty community has been wanting for such a long time now. Something that is a long, very fun and interactive game mode. Like, you have to be building bridges, you have to escort the tank, you gotta, you know, destroy the enemy's armory, and it is so tough to get in there. And aside from that, it really depicts how World War II was. Bloody, explosives, gunshots everywhere. Like, it's a massacre. And I think that sort of game mode is something, a new refresher that Call of Duty needs. Like, for example, Call of Duty Ghosts introduced Cranked. Nobody liked Cranked at all. Like, the playlist barely had like 200 people when I checked it. Advanced Warfare brought forth Uplink, which is now like it's been in Call of Duty esports for the past 3 jetpack games. Treyarch invented Hardpoint, which is again another mode that we've been seeing in competitive Call of Duty, and now Sledgehammer Games, here they are again, inventing another game mode where they're just going to really revolutionize Call of Duty and just refresh the Call of Duty community overall. And now to give you guys the biggest concern that it is that I have for this game. So my biggest concern with this game so far from what I've seen, and like I said, guys, this is just what we've seen. This is the alpha stage of the game, and it's set to release on November 3rd. My biggest issue with the game is how fast you're dying. And a lot of people are not touching base on this because of the sole purpose that this is very early stages of the game. So I'm not too concerned about it, only because I'm still standing on that. But if you look at a lot of the footage that you guys see from the people that got flown out by Activision, these guys are dying in a bullet or two, and the range on the trench gun is absurd. Like, I've seen small snippets of every single gameplay video where the trench gun is involved, and oh my gosh, they're getting kills from like 20 feet away. Not even joking, from a shotgun. Like, it makes no sense, and I don't know, man. Like, they're definitely gonna fix that. I know that they're going to fix that. This is just the alpha stages of the game. I'm not too worried, but it's just something I did want to point out. But overall, guys, World War II, super hyped about it. Haven't been hyped up for a game like this in such a long, or for a Call of Duty game since Black Ops 2. So it's been a really long time since I've been hyped up for Call of Duty. So I'm really excited to see what it is that Sledgehammer can go ahead and bring on to the table. Boots on the ground. Everyone's excited. Everybody's excited to go back to World War II. And it's just going to be a great time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. In case you guys did, make sure to leave a like, rating, subscribe if you haven't already. My Twitter's in the description below in case you guys want to have a conversation with me. I am always down to talk Call of Duty, competitive Call of Duty. It is just going to be phenomenal. And of course, leave your opinion down in the comment section below. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.